origin.
So I started. Okay, so people, this is a celebrity teacher. Today I'm here with a very fine gentleman. And we are going to discuss about the using of the L2 instead of the L1 in our various homes. Why are parents of today using the L1? I mean the L2, the English language, rather than the local language, the Igbe, the Ga, the Tree. And I've met this very fine gentleman. He's going to introduce himself. He has taught Tree for so many years. He has a lot of gist to be giving us. Aja, um, I'm very grateful to have you on my program. Just introduce yourself to celebrity teachers, viewers.
I am called Peter Woodrow. My surname is Peter. The other name is my surname is Woodrow, and my other name is Peter.
Peter.
Yes. I'm a teacher at Tottenham School.
Tottenham School.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You have taught Tree for so many years.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Then you have failure for us today.
Has been my subject ever since I completed Chapman College.
Wow.
Almost, if I'm not mistaken, so almost 25 years now.
25 years now. Teaching Tree for 25 years now. It is not easy. Okay. And look at the thing of this. Today, parents are teaching their children English at home rather than their local language. Eja, will this bring problems to us in future in terms of culture?
To some extent, it can bring problems. Yes, to some extent, it helps. So I cannot condemn it totally.
Okay.
I cannot condemn it totally.
So we are saying that they should blend it.
Yes, it should be blended. Because we are in the world which is growing. Technology is growing.
That is it.
So we cannot always maintain on our culture and say this is our culture, it's our culture. We need to move with time. So we need to blend our culture with the current culture. So I cannot condemn it totally. Say it's not good to use the L2, but both can be blended.
Okay. But today, do you know what is happening? Some people don't want even to tell their children where they come from.
Yes.
They say when you go to my hometown, the witches will kill you.
Yes.
So they don't even want them to speak the Tree, the Ewe, the Ga. Why?
There is a key proverb that says,
That is it. When you forget your culture, you forget about yourself totally.
Yes. So those parents who have always been taken to the English, and leaving their cultural language, I don't think it is the best. As we are saying, there are so many people who, ever since they gave them to their children, have not been sending them to their homes. For that matter, some of them, they don't even know the extended family members.
That is it.
They don't know them.
They don't know.
And forgetting that it is not, you can't always be with the nuclear family. You see, you don't know if your mommy and your daddy are not there. By all means, it will come to a time you fall on the extended one. So it is good for us to always blend the two. Because then I come now and say, that
is it. When you support the banana or the plantain, then you support the banana too. Because you don't know which of them will be well in future.
Send me that mind perception that if we send our children home, they will be killed or they will die. I don't think it is a very good perception.
It says it's neither here nor there. So that is what the judge is saying. Take your children to their hometown, your hometown. Today, you know, sometimes you ask a child, where do you come from?
Yes.
He said, I come from Adenta.
Yes.
I come from Accra. I come from this. I come from Medina. But I don't know why. Why this is happening?
It's all because of what they hear from their parents. You see, and the way they are brought up at home, various homes. You see, if a child is living with the parents, and the parents don't even talk more about their hometown.
Yeah.
They don't even know their grandparents. They don't know the other cousins. You see, the whole mind is set that they always know where they are living is where they are coming from. So that is why the children always they concentrate on where they are living. The nearest environment,
The small environment.
that they think that is good. Yes.
That is why I came to you being a true teacher for so many years. Now, Eja, do you find problems in teaching such children? Because in your school, I think you have such children over there.
Yes.
I mean, people don't go to your hometown. People cannot speak the tree that you are teaching.
Yes.
So how do you cope?
Of course, as for the problem, it is very huge. It's a very huge problem, especially when you are teaching the local language in a region like Greater Accra.
Yes.
You see, where we have a mixture of students
Yes.
coming here and there. You see, of course, the problem is so much. The problem is so much, yes. The problem is so much because, you see, the parents don't speak the language at home. You see, they don't speak the language at home. So you may even mention something in P. The child has heard the name, but he has not even seen the thing before, or they have not even heard about it at all. Because they have not been introduced to the local things. You see, something like, say, Ladle, Pankra, and now say, if I say,
Apotoyowa.
They all what they know is Ghanaian dish or
the tapoli
or
with the masha.
So it is a very big problem when you are teaching them the local things.
So how do they pass the BC?
Yeah, you see, it is experience. Sometimes I have to go down. I have to go down to their level. Sometimes I have to even sketch the thing on the board, even though I'm doing tree. I have to sketch
a tree teacher drawing.
Yes, I have to sketch it on the board. So sometimes when I'm teaching some topics which involves some tools, like say farming tools, whatever tool I mention, I have to sketch it for them to know. They have seen, they know the tool, but they don't know the name. So when I draw a sketch, they say, they know it, but they don't know that is the name of that particular tool.
Like they always say, teaching is done from known to unknown.
Yes.
So I think you use the English to teach the tree.
Oh yes. In Greater Accra, if you want to use only the tree you fail. You fail.
Wow.
So you look at the area where you are. I blend the tree and the English. Now, when I speak the tree and I think they don't understand.
Yes.
I have to turn it into English.
I quite remember
yesterday I was teaching a topic. The topic was how to form plurals of noun. When you see, I was taking them through a certain rule. I decided to write the rules in English for them to understand, even though I was teaching tree.
Then, being a tree teacher in Greater Accra,
yes,
you should be able to speak English fluently.
Oh yes. It's not that when you're a tree teacher you don't speak English.
That is what
that is what the children know. They think as a tree teachers we only speak tree. But I've been telling them, so far, despite the fact that we are tree teachers, we also learn the English just as we are learning. And we can speak the same English as we are speaking. But because I want you to know the local language, sometimes I don't want to bring in the English because you have your English teacher there. And I'm supposed to take you through the local language. That is why you always see me speaking the tree. Yes.
I quite remember my former school, I was a tree teacher by myself. I was also teaching tree, and a boy, I said, plantain. Or if you want to harvest plantain, do you get it from the top or the down?
That's right.
Plantain.
That's all.
He said, so you never seen plantain before?
Another student one day told me that I was asking them, we were teaching about vegetables, and I mentioned granules, granules, and I said, but what means can we get granules? And then so one boy quickly raised the hand. He said, we harvest it from leaves. So he doesn't even know we put groundnut in the soil. We can harvest it. We don't
parents. Help us, help me, the tree teachers. We are suffering. We are suffering. And now, we have put behind our culture.
Yes. Of course.
Yes. Look, we know that we have culture change. There's a change.
Mhm.
Culture should be flexible
Yes.
and then dynamic.
Dynamic.
But from the look of things, don't you think the way and manner we are doing our things, make it to a time our children will forget their past?
Of course. Of course. Yesterday, because of this program you asked me, I was going through a certain book, and it said culture grows.
Yes.
You see, grows. We need to leave it generation after generation. You see, so it was our grandfathers who introduced culture, and they try to maintain it to our time now. So it is also our duty to preserve it for the next generation.
Sustain. That is
Yeah.
sustainability.
Yes.
You need to sustain it.
Yes.
But now you go to a home, you mention a name of a food, a local dish, maybe a papransa,
Yes.
maybe dodomando, or sasa,
Yes.
or mankeni,
Yes.
a cow.
Yes.
You don't know all
No,
these.
no,
So
yes.
all they know is the pizza, fried
Fried
rice, and
Indomie.
French fries, Indomie.
Yes.
We are not here to sponsor one business,
yes.
but we are what they call defending our culture.
Yes. So
And
no, I don't want to cut you short. I told them that when the final years,
yes,
the reason why sometimes you fail in your exam. For example, you go for examination, they have asked you to tell how the favorite food you like and how it is prepared.
prepared.
You go and choose Indomie. When you have local foods, simple foods, which our mothers prepare and you see, you go and choose a foreign food. How do you describe it for the examiner to give you marks?
Maybe this boy, this is something like that. It doesn't
Yes, yes. So even of course he will be annoyed even with you. He will be annoyed with you. And for not forgetting the teachers who also they are all teachers. They are typical Ghanaian teachers and accountants. So if you mention foreign food, he's annoyed with you.
annoying
He's
with you
annoyed.
already. It is true. So I don't know. I don't know why now. And one thing, if you have observed,
Yes.
they feel shy to speak their language.
Yes.
They feel shy to mention a name in their local
local
language. They feel shy to mention a name of food in their local language. And is this thing not bringing problems in future?
You see, sometimes I don't blame them. Where the world is heading towards, because of traveling and living from our country to foreign countries and here and there. You see, sometimes the children also think that it is not only they may not live only in their country or in their town.
Yeah.
By all means, it will come to a time they will also travel. That is why sometimes when they are in the midst of other friends, they don't want to they don't want them to know that you are a local person. You don't want to even speak any other language apart from. So they also consider that they will feel shy to talk tree without bringing the, because your friends you are conversing with, they are all speaking English. So it compels them also to stick to the English language.
But
I don't
it
think
shouldn't be a problem that when you speak your local language, someone once told me that, Sammy, I don't want to learn the tree because my mother said I will be going to America.
That's right.
And if I speak the tree,
That's right.
I cannot speak the English. But it's not true.
Yes.
Me, I'm a tree teacher by myself. We speak tree at home. But sometimes my children even find it difficult to speak tree.
Yes.
Even me, when I'm speaking tree at home, my children find it difficult to speak. What about those that they are not even speaking at all? Because we live in an environment whereby we've been engulfed with what? The foreign language.
Yes.
Foreign language. But at least you speak, like you said, we need to blend. Now we
blend.
need to blend the local language and then the what? The L2, which is the official language. And official language doesn't mean that English alone. French is there, German is there, Spanish is there. And if you're bilingualist, it widen your horizon and you become what they call it, very excellent person. So I don't see why we should stick to English alone. I one day told one of my children that look, if you speak English, it's like you are in a room without exit. There is an entrance, but there's no exit.
Yes.
Look, sometimes because I've taught the tree for so many years,
Mhm.
when I'm speaking English, I know it in Twi
Yes.
before the
The
English.
English.
So it became so easy for
Easy.
me to speak the English.
Yes. You see, three teachers can even speak English proper.
Exactly.
They can speak English proper. When they are speaking the English, they are very careful.
Because for me,
Yes.
in
Can-
grammar, I know
Mm,
every bit of grammar in Twi
yes.
and in what? In English.
Yes.
And very soon I'll be teaching English too
Yes.
on the same
Yes.
platform.
Yes.
And I'll teach it very well. And I think you too can
Yes.
teach.
Oh yes.
You
Yes.
see,
Yes.
so parents,
Yes.
don't think that when you speak your local language at home, your children will not be able to speak English. No.
Yes.
Now we are in a world whereby the official language, we are surrounded with what the official language. So whether you learn or you don't learn, it will come by itself. So have time, take your time. Let your children speak your own language, the L1. Let them be abreast. Let them know the cultural aspects. Let them know your hometown. Don't say that if you go to your hometown, the witch is over there. What about
No.
if you are here and the witch will hunt you,
They'll
still hunt you and do whatever? But we are praying to our Almighty that nothing like that happens. But we should call it spade a spade. We should be able to teach all our children with our local language. And one thing, have you observed that one thing, some of them, the kind of English they speak is not the proper one.
You see, they think they know the English.
The
But
grammarless one,
the grammar is
Kofi have
the
come.
time.
It is for my mother's loss.
That is how it is. You want to be more foreign than local.
You see,
You say,
no matter how long
no, you speak
a
the
law
language.
keeps
Yes.
in water will never turn into crocodile.
That's right.
Will never turn into
Yes.
crocodile.
So I always tell the children, you see, don't think you know the English more than the white man knows. No matter how you speak the English, when you speak to a white man, you laugh at you in the mind because grammatically you can't speak it the same way they speak it. So that is it.
The language that you are born and blended with,
Yes.
you cannot understand any other language than that your language. Esikasa yede twa from
Yeah,
there
good to me.
and to train go for be there. So we need to, and I think because of that is why sometimes we are finding this problem. Some children are going wayward because some of us, this foreign culture, we are not that conversant with.
Yes.
When we see our children are putting up those, you say, hey, but we are giving chance for. We are giving chance for. Three teachers, they are pity them in Accra here.
Yes, as for Greater Accra region, if you teach me in Greater Accra, you have a big problem. Very big problem.
A man called me, there's a proprietor who called me and said, I introduced a guy to go and teach you in his school. And said, teacher, the guy you brought doesn't understand English. I said, officer, the person is coming to teach you. I said, no. Now we use English to teach what? Tree. That's what you see. We are being a teachers in Accra here. We are teaching the tree with what? English. English.
Other than that, your work will be in vain.
It's a problem. And one thing I don't want to forget. Now, growing up, how you started your life in the village, and then now the kind of children we are raising. Sometimes I say we are railing because some people don't even discipline their children at all.
Yes.
Compare these children to your heydays. Are we trying?
Yes.
Are 21st parents trying?
Things are getting out of hand, all because of the program we are doing now. The children are not introduced to culture. So if you don't introduce the child to culture, that's how the situation will be. You see, it will come to a time you will be seen that and your child will come and sit on you. You see, during our days, when you bought a car, even though you have even paid with your own money, when an elderly person enters the car, you have to stand up for him to Today, the child, if you sit down, he will come and sit on your lap.
I've paid for. Even when you go for parties,
Yes.
there's plastic chairs that
Yes.
go, and in the plastic chairs, 1:1.
Yes.
And you see old men standing, their children be sitting inside, and
And
their parents will not say
it is all
anything.
because of how our parents took brought us brought up.
Brought us up.
Yeah, yes.
I can't
You
remember.
see,
Me, I grew up with my grandparents.
yes.
I stayed with them for so many years. My very first day I got to them, but then I was staying with my mom and dad, and then my very first day in my grandparents' house. No, over there they eat around a very big table.
Yes.
So I joined them. I took one. We're eating
Yes.
one. I swallowed,
Mhm.
and I took meat. How I was
you
blasted.
are eating with your your fathers, and then you
You
are
are
taking meat
taking meat.
first.
And I just,
Hmm.
all the training I had,
Yes.
it is
Still in you.
helping me
Yes, it
today.
is still in you.
It is helping me
Yes.
today. I
Mm.
can be with
Anywhere
anybody,
you stay,
anywhere
you
I
won't
stay.
find any problem. You won't find any problem.
But today,
Mm.
before you give a chance, you just finish with the meat, all the meat,
Yes. Yes.
all the meat. And when you are eating with elders, you take one, you go back, go and swallow before you come.
Yes.
Today, when you are eating with your own child, like that. So even as that we got proper training, look at how it is. Then our children in 10, 20 years to come,
Yes. It will be worse.
is the future bright?
It will be worse. That is why it is good for us now to always try even though it is not easy, we need to try as much as possible, because culture should grow, and we have to live our culture from generation to generation. So this is our time. We have to preserve it so that the next generation will also do their best. And if it happens that at the end, of course, it may come to a time things will be minimized, if not even completely. We have a change in it.
So people, you have heard it all.
Yes.
The guy is telling us that look, we need to sustain this culture.
Yes.
Need to take it to the
Other
next
than
level.
that,
We need to
yes.
take it to the next generation.
Mhm.
The next generation unborn,
Yes.
yet unborn, need to take it. It's like a marathon.
Yes.
We need to give it to them so that it continues.
Yes.
But now that we are killing it, we are spoiling it.
Mm.
Your own language. You say, what language is that? But do you know that in Europe, Germany, in America, in UK, they are learning tree.
Yes.
Away.
Oh yes.
Ghana.
Oh yes. My sister is in Germany.
Mhm.
He went there about 30 years ago.
Mhm.
And he was saying that before you can do a course in Germany, you need to learn the German language first. You will be forced, no matter where you are coming from. That is it, you see. But here in Ghana,
And then
look at what Ghana Education Service
is doing.
Huh?
It got to a time,
see?
they nearly pair English a tree with French.
How?
That time, it's better they run away from
I
it.
don't think it will work. It won't work.
Hey,
It won't work.
now even they are telling us that our own language is not important.
Yes.
That is
what
how they are telling
putting
us.
into the minds of
They
people.
shouldn't do that at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. Aja, thank you for
Thank you
honoring my
to-
invitation.
thank you to-
I will continue with this program
Yeah.
with you, with you, with you, with you, with
Thank
you.
you very much for also allowing me to probably show myself on
Oh,
So
yes,
I'm ever ready. Anytime
yes.
arises, you can follow
So
me.
people, this is a teacher. I'm here with Mr. Peter Odru, a teacher from Tortuti School. Has taught the tree for so many years. And sometimes when you need a resource person, you need to get people who are very conversant with the topic we're going to treat. And you have heard it and you have seen it yourself. Until then, don't forget to subscribe and can reach me on 0249 388 993. Maybe some of the people that will be listening to you, since you're a tree teacher, you can leave your number so that anybody that needs a tree teacher can follow you.
Okay. So first place, I would like to greet all our listeners this morning. I say we are ever ready. We have taken to teach a tree. So we are ever prepared to extend ourselves to cover everybody who needs our help. If by some means you want to come to me or you need my assistance, My number is 0243
0243
01
01
66
66
97
97
0243
0243
01
01
66
66
97.
97. Until then,